We begin with breaking news. Traffic is backed up for miles with 2 of the 3 eastbound lanes closed on the high-rise bridge. It's been a rough commute for people heading to New Orleans East all day, and that's because eastbound drivers can only drive in the middle lane.
That traffic mess is because of a fire overnight that damaged the support underneath the I-10 high-rise bridge. But how bad is it? The Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development is having an emergency inspection. And we have live team coverage with Jade Cunningham showing us just how far that traffic is backed up. But first, Jacqueline Quinn has been out with inspectors today near the high rise. She joins us now live with more. Jacqueline, how's it looking?
Not very good when we were coming over here. Even we had a hard time, but I'm standing underneath that bridge. This is the portion that slopes down. That traffic goes back for miles, as you already know. But this is where that fire happened yesterday, and this is the reason. This fire that happened yesterday is the reason why DOTD closed those lanes so they can make inspections. And the question they have right now is just how much damage did this fire cause to the bridge? The New Orleans Fire Department says it received multiple calls about the fire underneath I-10 by the Downman exit.
I think I saw a ball of fire, both east and west.
The fire has been put out, but today lanes along the eastbound I-10 were closed for emergency inspection.
We was on at least 45 minutes of traffic.
And along with angst over traffic congestion, a worry.
Scared to cross it because, it might collapse.
The Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development is also concerned, and they're taking a closer look at the support underneath the bridge. Crews worked this morning to clear away the burned tires and debris that caught on fire.
We're in the process of inspecting a couple girders and one of the piers that supports the eastbound lanes on the down ramp of the high-rise.
Scott Boyle, an assistant administrator with DOT operations, says they don't know what caused the fire, but confirms crews found superficial damage on structures. Now, here is one of the support columns in question here. While we've been here, we've even seen some of the crews here chipping away to inspect how far that damage has penetrated that column. And so far, crews haven't found a reason to shut down I-10. Still, some would rather wait before getting back onto it.
I think I'll be going in the roundabout way.
And Boyle explains it could have been much worse if it weren't for firefighters who put the fire under control in about 30 minutes.
Along with all the emergency responders to put this out before it could have been a true catastrophe.
Boyle says there could be repairs ahead. And in the meantime,
there's other alternate routes that they can take, such as Chef Highway and go over to Danziger Bridge.
Now, again, they don't know what caused this fire, and at last check, when I called DOTD just about 30 minutes ago, or our last communication, they don't have any updates for me, so that potentially means our crews are going to be back here looking at these columns and the support here to see, again, how badly the damage was to the bridge here. Again, if you're coming this way, be advised that traffic is pretty bad. Reporting near the I-10 bridge, Jacqueline Quinn, Eyewitness News.
Jacqueline, thanks. And again, these lane closures have been impacting drivers all day. Let's go to Ray Romero with Total Traffic for an update on traffic and other alternate routes. And Ray, it's 5:03. I mean, the rush hour is just starting. This is a mess.
Well, it's a mess, and it's going to get worse as we go. And perhaps the worst news is DOTD did release an update a few minutes ago. They're saying it could be early next week before these repairs are done. So just be ready for this. This is the way it's going to be for the next few days. But right now what we're looking at is eastbound I-10 on the high-rise. Both the right and left lanes are blocked for this repair and inspection. Center lane is the only way you're getting through there. There is a delay on I-10 that goes all the way back onto the Riverbound Expressway and goes back on the West Bank side of the Connection Bridge. If you are on the West Bank and you insist on taking your normal eastbound I-10 route, it will be hours before you're across the high-rise. If you're downtown, you're trying to get to New Orleans East or Slidell, you might just want to take North Claiborne, go over the Judge Seaver. Now, that will put you in Chalmette, but if you go north at Paris Road, it will put you back at the interstate and put you past all the trouble. 610 delays followed back into Metairie as well. Unfortunately, no easy answers here for a while. I'm Ray Romero, Channel 4 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks very much. Not a pretty scene on the I-10.
Oh, it looks terrible.
All right, many drivers giving up and getting off the interstate, as a matter of fact.
And Jade Cunningham has been monitoring things at I-10 and Elysian Fields. She joins us live now with an update. Jade?
Well, Karen and Natalie, there's no sugarcoating this. It is rough out here on the roads. There is traffic all over the place. You can see we're here at the bottom of the Elysian Fields off-ramp. And even here, it is back-to-back cars as many are trying to get off of the interstate to try and go around the traffic that is on the Interstate 10 headed eastward. Now, it has just been a constant flow of cars coming through this off-ramp. Now, because of last night's fire, though, traffic on the I-10 East has been a nightmare for most of the day today as crews continue that bridge inspection that we were telling you about. Now, traffic has been moving very slow, and at some points I've looked up onto the I-10 bridge and cars have just been at a standstill. So it's just, it is not good out here on the interstate. I would say, though, as we mentioned, that, you know, rush hour is starting, so you can imagine that more and more cars are going to be heading on the road. I know at some point today, traffic backed up on I-10 East all the way back to the Superdome. So if you do have to head out on the interstate, just, I would say try to avoid it. But if for some reason you can't avoid it and you do have to take I-10 East towards the high rise, you just need to be very patient. Reporting live, Jay Cunningham, Eyewitness News.